Wonderful. Well, hello, D&D friends, and welcome to Holy Rollerz Descent into Avernus, episode 17. We are the D&D show about a divine fellowship of clerics and paladins that descended into the hells to rescue the city of El-Turel. Holy Rollerz is a 9-person stream with 2 parties switching off every week, and we have the Chain Breakers and the Sword Hunters. And we are now going to do introductions with a cast, and I am going to bring up the stinking chat so that everybody knows, there we go, the order that we're going in. So we will now do introductions, starting with John.
Hi, everybody. I'm John. I play Thora Mikitas, the druid in service of Finhefara, the mother of all elemental earth.
Hey, I'm Ryan. I play Lachlan. He is the bard paladin of Sindel, goddess of love, beauty, and truth. He also is the voice of the Hallowed Council.
I'm Tommy. I play Odelia Almaran. I am a cleric of Moiris, the water goddess, but I'm also a wee bit barbarian.
What's up, everybody? I'm JT. I play Anduriel. He is I keep wanting to say vampire cleric. He's no longer vampire cleric. He's a warlock cleric. Warlock of the Fey Lord, the Piper, and cleric of Nalock. Nalock being the god of death and shadow and darkness.
Very good. And I am Sage of Sorcery, also known as Matt. I'm your humble ginger dungeon master for this evening. And boy, are we going to have an exciting time today. It's getting all kinds of crazy. So let's jump into the recap so I can remind you just how exciting things are. So last time on our Sword Hunter stream, Lachlan, Anduriel, Thora, and Odelia, half of the Hallowed Council, took off in their new infernal war machine, the Tormentor, and they literally cut a path through Avernus towards Haruman's Hill. According to their companion, the fledgling phoenix Ashbeak, Haruman's Hill was the place where the archdevil Zariel punished the ones who betrayed her by sealing her portal back to Mount Celestia, thus stranding her in Avernus, an act which ultimately led to her fall from grace. Ashbeak swore that the Sword of Zariel, an artifact with the power to destroy the solar incendiators, thus freeing the city of El-Turel, rested on Haruman's Hill. Upon arriving, the Hallowed Council discovered a number of iron trees growing straight up from the volcanic terrain, and impaled on each of the trees was a knight, paladin, or cleric who betrayed Zariel. In the center of Haruman's Hill, on the largest iron tree, was an impaled vampire that Ashbeak revealed to be Jander Sunstar, an elven vampire who hoped to redeem himself by joining Zariel's crusade against the demons, and also the one who closed the portal on Zariel, trapping her in hell. While Jander did not have the Sword of Zariel, he offered to trade its location in exchange for his freedom. While Thora and Anduriel freed Jander from the Iron Tree, he shouted out the bleeding citadel at the center of Avernus, and then crumbled to dust. Unfortunately, freeing Jander triggered an attack of vicious sturges. Even more unfortunately, Ashbeak returned from scouting with the news that another infernal war machine was climbing up the side of the mountain and almost upon all of you. And that, my friends, is where we are beginning this mad party. We are here. And so we are right back up at the top of initiative. Anduriel, my friend, it is your turn. You don't see anyone coming up here yet, but Ashbeak is Ashbeak is about 20 squares away from you, and he is screeching out that they're right behind him.
Okay. Our little war engine, our vehicle. Glad you caught that. And then when you were saying Haruman Hill, I'm like, I couldn't. Whom do you serve? Haruman. I couldn't. And now it's out there. Now it's out.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, it's like when a song's stuck in your head, you have to sing it to get it out of your head.
Yeah, like that Little Mermaid ditty. I got
yeah,
it. It was had to let it out.
Our Tormentor. It's got weaponry on it, right?
Why, yes, indeed. And I sent all of you a picture of the stats of that weapon. Yeah. Thora is driving this bad boy, if I'm correct, no, you're still on top. So no one's gotten in it yet.
And Duriel's going to rectify that right now. He's going to jump in, and he's going to shout, everyone get in the car. and he's just gonna jump in and fire it up because it's time to use some of the weapons on this thing.
Okay. All right. So you take your move action to jump in there. You take your minor action to shout out for everybody to do that. You still have a standard action. You're gonna.
Can
you ready it to move when everybody gets in the car?
Right.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna haul butt.
All right. So Anduriel gets in the infernal war machine, the tormentor, and you pull the lever and and flame and get your motor running starts playing in the background. Okay. Yeah, and then all of a sudden Thora busts out with "It's a highway to hell." I'm assuming. Anyway, so there we go.
Okay.
All right, Thora, it is your turn, my friend.
As I reopen the image that I was gracefully given. He is going to, let's see. Yeah, let's try it. He's going to jump in the harpoon thrower.
You're going to jump on the harpoon thrower? Okay. All right, Thora, you have one small problem.
On top or inside? Like
before that happens, my friend, you take 10 points of damage.
Yep. Well, I take 10 points of damage, but in the previous game, I had used my leather armor of recovery, which gave me 1 ongoing damage ends, and I regen the same amount for the encounter. So I actually take 5 because I'm also regenning simultaneously. So
Beautiful.
I'm being eaten alive, and then those things are healing, but not all the way. I don't know.
You are a delicious treat. If you're regenerating blood, they're like, this is awesome. He's like the Kool-Aid thing that never ends.
So I take that. I have no idea how well this is going to work, but I think he is going to.
Let me remind you something as you consider the attackage of these swarms of sturges.
Yeah.
Remember that swarms take less damage from anything but bursts and blasts. So a direct attack, like from the harpoon, not as going to be as effective as, say, one of your burst spells or something like that. And you are the only one, Thora, who can do that kind of damage. So something to keep in mind. Now, I normally would not remind you, except it was last battle, and you've already fought them, so your character would know this.
Okay. In that case, I am going to use one of my at-will powers and cast. Would I be able to move to avoid Anduriel with a blast move, but still be like relatively on the Tormentor?
Well, Anduriel is in the Tormentor, so it wouldn't be a problem for you at all at this point.
Perfect. In that case, he's going to cast Swarming Beetles from where he is at the swarm.
Okay.
First hit is plus 11. That is a 21 total.
Versus what?
Versus reflex.
Unfortunately, you have missed by 1. Their reflex is a 22. They are nasty little buggers. Unless there's something that anybody... Oh, except, Thora, they're prone, so you have combat advantage.
Oh.
Sweet.
So you actually got a 23. Hit. Next roll.
Awesome. Second roll. That's a natural 19 for a 30.
That's hit. All right, double hit. Roll once for damage, my friend.
1d8.
Forgot they were prone. I should have run them over.
That is 14 points of damage, and enemies in the blast zone grant combat advantage.
All right, so it's really 19 points of damage since they have vulnerability to blasts.
Yay.
So one of the swarms only has a couple sturges left in it. Looks like one good hit from you, Thora, would probably take them down. Possibly not everybody else who has resistance, although who knows? The sturges are flapping and their wings are just like.
You know what? With that, then, I don't really think I have anything bonusy I can do. Actually, you know what? I will produce a seed of healing in case
I think
somebody
you already did
needs
that, didn't you?
Oh wait, I did put next to it. My apologies. In that case, because I don't have any other minor actions, I'm gonna spend my action point and just try and eliminate these things.
Okay.
I'm gonna do swarming beetles again.
All right.
That is a 22
Hit.
on the first. And
is that what I think it is?
That's my boy, the natural.
All right, but roll to no, don't move it. Just roll to confirm. What is that?
Yep. That is a 12.
All right, is that
Plus
a 22?
11 is a 23.
All right, roll the 1d6, my friend. Let's see that. Let's see that instant kill.
Do it.
5.
Well, it's still max damage
so
on the
close.
second one.
Well
And
done,
your
sir.
implement bonus too, remember?
Yep. Now I just gotta try and reset you so you can see me still.
Kill it. Do
There
it
we
and
go.
you're cooler.
Just that a little bit. All right, so the first one takes 12 points of damage.
So 17.
Yep.
And with that, the swarm in square 21D falls to a big cloud of beetles.
Nice.
21.
See ya.
Nice. All right, and the next one takes
Max
15
damage plus your implement bonus.
plus 2d6. 25 total.
So 30. Since they're vulnerable 5.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Badly injured. That swarm is in a bad way. Looks like a couple more hits from you would take it down. They're definitely way more than bloodied. That scourge swarm is really. Were they not compelled to be doing what they're doing, they probably would have flown the coop. So this is quite the disturbing and may I say also probably disgusting visual image here. Thora just explodes in a cloud of beetles, which isn't anything new, except these beetles just swarm over, and then he explodes again, and then it seems like there's twice as much of him in beetles. And they fall all over these razor-beaked sturges with their needle beaks and just devour them and fall all over and rip them. And it's just horrible. It's like the Mummy all over again. Very disturbing. Very nice. Okay, Stora, you still have a move action. You are still adjacent to... Oh, no, you're not. I lied. Okay. You're good. So would you like to save versus your 1 count of ongoing that you have?
Yep. And that's just a flat D20 roll, right?
Yes, and 10 or higher, and you're good.
11.
Okay, very nice. So no more ongoing damage for Captain Thora, which is very nice.
That was a productive turn.
All right. You still have a
great. It's gonna be a
move
good
action, Thora, so you could take your movement to drop down into the harpoon seat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So Thora, you are now in the Tormentor with your move action, and you are good to go. All right. That's Thora. Now it is the Sturge's turn. Odelia, you are the only one there, and you look delicious. Also small, and they're pretty sure that they can swarm over you. So the swarm moves, they get up from a prone position, and they're going to charge you and attack with a melee basic. Their melee basic is pretty ugly, but they will end up... Oh, wait, they can't charge. You have to have 2 squares of movement to charge. So there's no way they can charge, right? They just have to double move to get to her. Okay, so Odelia, they double move to get to her. They're in 21E. And that's unfortunately going to be their whole turn.
Oh, that's a shame for them.
It's so sad.
It's too bad.
Right. Miss Odelia, they're coming at you, and it is your turn.
Oh, Odelia wants to get onto the Tormentor with her friends. And so I'm going to just take these creatures out. And as I can see them running towards me, so I'm just going to move to 20D.
Okay.
And I raise my hands to the sky and I say, Moiris, wash these vermin from hell! And I just pull down a buffeting wave.
Oh dear, that's gonna hurt.
That is a blast 3. And yeah. Let's see here. Come on, baby. Gosh, why am I so bad at this? 16.
Unfortunately, they have hefty defenses.
Yeah.
On the plus side, think of the experience when you do hit. I mean,
someday.
Can you imagine? Oh.
It's gonna be juicy.
Second chance is only if they hit me, right?
Yes, unfortunately, second chance is used against that. Although there are things that we can do to get you rerolls. So, although I don't think, I'll double check your character sheet, but I don't think you have anything that would provide you with a juicy reroll that I know that you would love to have.
Yeah.
But
this
that
type
would be
is going in jail.
Well, Odelia, you still have your action point.
I know, but I'm really scared about this tormentor that's coming up the thing. I feel like it's gonna be worse than Sturge's.
And may I commend you on that strategizing. It's not.
I'm gonna just keep this for a sec.
Yes, we got someone in chat with us this evening too. His name or her name is Nagasawa.
ETK Nagasawa. Hi, Ted.
Is that your buddy?
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
He's my co-host on my YouTube channel. It is
awesome.
So I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay, well, you can plug that at the end if you like.
Absolutely. Honor to have you.
Get back to the end. Yes. So we will go ahead and continue. Odelia,
can I use the rest of my movement to get up on the tormentor?
You can, but you will provoke an attack of opportunity, unfortunately, if you do that. So you can stay where you are and wait for Anduriel to run over them, or...
Are they down on the ground now?
Well, no, they're up, but they're only up, like, standing level. He could still run into them with the Tormentor.
Well, then I need to get out of the way anyway.
Well, I guess that depends on what kind of a driver he is. Remember, you can always shift with a movement 1 square without provoking.
Very good driver. Very good driver.
We'll see about that.
Okay, I'm gonna shift then to 19E or whatever that is. There's so many lava flows. I'm not sure. 19D.
Okay. All right, Miss Odelia done shift into 19D. All righty, and now it would be Lachlan's turn.
Well, I think I would like to go get in the Tormentor too. Is there a pathway for me to get in?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Without
you got 1, 2, 3. Well, no, that's you're gonna have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your movement. It'll take you your move and your standard to get in. Because you got to climb up the Tormentor. Okay.
I'm gonna do that, and then I'm also gonna use Virtue to no, I'm only down 5 hit points. I'll save it.
Okay.
Yeah, oh
goodness.
I am
all this resource hoarding. It's like we're nervous about something.
You know.
So like I do DM actually. I'm the DM.
Threatening text all day.
It's a disturbance.
I have no idea. I have no idea what Tommy is talking about. Poinketh, you know me. Would I send a threatening text to my players?
With my minor action, I begin singing just an old-fashioned love song, and like I'm gonna be so inspiring, and I'm gonna inspire Odelia, since she needs that extra little bonus to hit.
All right.
This is my jam.
Okay. Okay, Odelia's in the corner here, rocking out there. Very nice. All right, Odelia, like you have inspiration.
Type of song. Coming down in 3-part harmony.
Yeah. The Screamo. She listens to the Screamo version. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Alrighty, and that is when something really frightening. Ashbeak for his turn is going to take the run action while flying to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ashbeak moves into square 21I. So Ashbeak is in 21I and also 3 squares up. And Odelia is the only one who is not in the Tormentor. And that is when somebody comes flying up in a much larger Infernal War Machine than our Infernal War Machine. And that person comes flying up, and next to that Infernal War Machine, which is just scary looking to begin with, this thing has, first of all, in the front of it, it has grinding gears, like, one of those, advanced reaping machines on a farm that grinds and pulls everything up. Remember when Superman 3, when that little boy, got knocked unconscious, and then the grinder, what is it called? It's not a grinder. It's a well, anyway, this thing grinds. Combine, thank you. Yeah, came along, and Superman had to rescue him from the combine because it was going to chew him up and spit him out with all those grinding gear. That's what's on the front of this. You guys don't have that. Yours has kind of claws on the side and a harpoon gun. This thing has what's called a chomper, and it's nasty looking. And those gears are just grinding, eating up the road. And even scarier, on top of this thing is a wrecking ball. Somebody sing it. Go on.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Thank you.
Something.
Yeah.
She just looks like her breath smells bad.
Yeah, it's true. No argument.
I'm sorry.
There. So in any case, moving on. So there's a wrecking ball on top of this that's swinging back and forth, and it also has a harpoon gun, and it's a huge fiendish construct, unlike your large fiendish construct. And this thing goes tearing down the way and is going to move its speed of 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it will occupy squares. You're looking at squares 8, 9, and 10, K, L, and H. And that is where this thing moves to. And then you hear, yep.
But not
K, L, and M. Sorry, I got excited. It's not teleporting, I promise.
Holy crap.
K, L, and M. So it's in K, L, and M, 8, 9, and 10 with one movement. And then you hear a rather glorious sounding voice come over the megaphone. Okay. You hear over some kind of megaphone attachment or speaker or with the amplify ritual, "Halt in the name of Zariel's consort, Navariel, Archangel of Pride. So you thought you could steal from Miss Maggie after all she did from you, after she worked her mojo on your broken bird. You dropped the house on my sister. You toyed with a girl's affections, and you stole what's mine. Give back my heartstone, and maybe Maggie will give you a clean death. Mickey, rip their heads off." And then bursting out of the top of this infernal tormentor comes that awful-looking Frankenstein demon devil piece construct flesh golem Mickey. And Mickey comes charging down the lane, and we will now roll good old Mickey and the Tormentor into initiative.
Does this count as a separate encounter by any chance? Do we get our encounter powers back?
You do not, unfortunately, get your encounter powers back.
That was so mean.
Because you're still in combat from your last encounter,
with the
unfortunately.
stupid sturgeons. Dang it.
Of course you don't.
If you had murdered the sturgeon and had 10 minutes in between, you might be.
The sturgeon. It's a fish.
Where did the sturgeon come from?
everyone knows if you sacrifice a sturgeon that
Is it swimming in the lava streams? Because I didn't
Yes.
do that.
Go fishing.
So unfortunately, all right, Mickey only rolled a 7. Mickey has not a wonderful bonus to initiative, only a 3. So Mickey rolls a 10 and will go right after Odelia.
Is it?
Now, Miss Maggie, however, who is clearly in the Infernal War Machine, she gets a 16. So she's going to go after the Sturges, along with those who are in the car with her. Now, also coming up alongside, as if Miss Maggie in her bone grinder, I think it's called, Infernal War Machine, were not enough, come those 2 Kenku engineers riding what's called a Devil's Ride. They're on Harleys that have spiked, spiked tires, and they are going to come into this mix also. They roll much higher. They roll a 21, so they will go right after Thora.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the situation in which you find yourselves. They are on either side of Miss Maggie. One of the Kenkus is in G9, and the other one is in P9. And Mickey is right in front of the Infernal War Machine in 11L, and he will move on his turn. And that is where we find ourselves at the top of initiative. Anduriel, my friend, it is your turn. No pressure whatsoever. Don't even worry. I wouldn't.
Well, he's gonna. Where did Lachlan end up? Sorry, he's in the machine.
In the car with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lachlan and Thora are in the car. Odelia is the only one who hasn't hopped in yet.
He's gonna turn.
I mean, not that you have to let her.
Like, Lord, what did you do? Did you steal from that creature? He's gonna. Did you steal from that creature?
Telepathically, I'll just nod. Yeah, I did.
You know, I think the pain you feel right now by endangering your companions is pain enough. I'm disappointed in you, son.
Oh.
He's not even gonna get mad. I'm just disappointed.
Demi-goddess told me to.
If a
Never mind.
Never.
I was gonna say, if she told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it? But you certainly would, you idiot. Okay.
Okay.
So he's going to. Maggie happens to be just 10 squares away from me. So Anduriel is going to try a new spell called Dismissal.
Oh, really?
Yes. This is versus Will.
Oh, I don't think Miss Maggie's gonna like that.
Please don't roll crappily. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Let's see, what's my bonus on that one here? That is a 29.
Right. Well, the 29 will in fact beat Miss Maggie's 25 will.
Wachow. Ka-chow. That was a combination. Okay.
All right. What did your dismissal spell do?
So what happens is he kind of pokes his head out the top of the tormentor. Naylock, take this creature from the battlefield. Allow us time to arrange our defenses and destroy these others. And so what happens is his shadow again just writhes off of him and goes flying across the battlefield. And what happens is Maggie disappears into some extraplanar prison. Save ends. She takes a -2 to her saving throws. And is she a elemental, a fae, immortal, or a shadow creature?
She is fae.
Then she takes a -5 penalty instead of a -2 penalty.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, poor Miss
So
Maggie.
she is in a prison from Naylock at the moment.
Well, that's unfortunate for her. She's going to have to roll a 13 or higher to get out of that spell. Now, your shadow envelops her, and she goes, son of a boo! And then your shadow, I imagine, just envelops her and then shrinks into nothing, or does it just poof smoke? What?
Well, it just goes into that, it just into a line, like a really thin line, and then just is gone.
All right. So the last thing you hear is Maggie's almost swearing, and then she vanishes, and Mickey turns around and goes, okay. That freaks out. You hear from inside the tormentor, somewhere where you can't see, you hear, "Oh, by Jove, he's done away with her." No idea, can't see it. You just hear that voice come out from there. And both of the Kenkus go, and then there's a whole lot of that. Move, Minor.
I'm going to use my action point.
Okay.
Get my money's worth, as it were. We're going to go for a Crown of Stars on Mickey.
Oh, poor Mickey. Okay.
Cut me, Mick. Well, he's going to probably cut a lot of this.
What does it target?
It targets reflex.
All right, what'd you get?
So that's a 17 on the dice, so 27.
I'm pretty sure that's more than enough. Yeah, Mickey's reflex is only 21.
I haven't used my minor action, so I'd like to curse him.
All right.
The Warlock's Curse.
Curse you, Mickey.
Okay, so let's roll 2d12 for damage. Ooh. One was good, one wasn't good. 14. 20 points of damage to Mr. Mickey.
What kind of damage?
I don't know. Hold on. It's
It
Crown
might
of
say
Stars.
untyped. It might, if it just says damage, then there's not a type.
I think it's radiant.
It's not makes sense. I think it's radiant too, but I can't tell. It should be on your character sheet.
Yeah, it's radiant damage.
Okay. Well, he's not got any resistance to radiant damage. So 20 points of damage, you say?
Yes.
All right. Mickey does not like you.
So he conjures up again the like a star, flaring points of a star, kind of a crown around his head.
Do they sparkle?
And then they shoot over. They don't sparkle. They gleam.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
They gleam, son. Now come on here.
Okay.
They fly over to Mickey and they start just pinpoints hit him and him, and then a choking smoke comes towards the foe. As far as effects go, ongoing damage 5, save ends, and that's it.
Righty. Poor Mickey.
I don't feel bad.
Ongoing 5. Okay. And John, in answer to what you posted in chat, you wish.
Yeah.
So, but who knows that? Who knows what you might try on your turn?
I did pull a whole bone spear out of that poor boy's foot.
You did do that, and maybe he remembers you. Then again, maybe he's an almost mindless automaton who's going to follow the orders to smash you into jelly. Who knows? Who knows? I mean,
points because of the Warlock's Curse. Sorry, extra 4 points.
Okay.
I think
No, it's
some kind
no.
of an Aesop's fable rule that comes into play here, where he has to be nice to you now.
But only you. He can be mean to the rest of us.
Yeah.
I haven't used my move action yet, and I would like to move over the top of those Sturges.
All right, my friend. You drive over those Sturges. Tell me what square you want to end up in. Count from 20F.
20F.
That'll make it easier.
They're only in 21E, aren't they?
That's right.
I just like to go there.
Okay. So you're on top of them.
No, sorry. 21D. So I'm going to drive over them to 21D.
Okay. Which means all of the rest of you are in that same boat. So you're only going to move that one square.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the problem with that is that you got Miss Odelia right next to you. And poor Miss Odelia, he goes plowing over these bad boys. And let me just double check here on this here Infernal War machine. The Tormentor.
Check out how that thing works. I say.
Yes. You're going to have to make an attack roll against Odelia. Normally it is 10 because you have moved adjacent to her. She is subject to the raking spikes on the side. So you've got these spinning spikes on the sides of the tire.
That's like
and
face.
And as you drive past her, now here's what I will let you do. The way that I have designed these for 4th edition is the raking spikes and the other powers. You attack with a base bonus of +10, and you get to add your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
If you have one. Now,
I do.
that being
Alright.
said, I will allow you to subtract your dexterity modifier from the roll instead, as you try not to hit her.
Wait, so I'm trying to roll low, not high.
Well, do you want to hit Odelia? I don't know what you're trying to do. You tell me. Do you want to hit her? Then you can add.
No, I want to hit the bad guys.
But if you hit her, Moirus might get pissed. I'm just warning you. Like,
oh crap! So that's a 15 on the dice. So I add the 10.
So that's a 25 minus.
And subtract my dexterity. So that's a 22.
Does that hit?
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Would you please roll 2d10 and subtract your dexterity modifier? Maybe he'll roll 3 and it won't even hit you. It won't even hurt.
Can I roll for it? Because I roll a lot lower than he does.
I've been rolling.
Unfortunately, I think JT is going to have to. Invisible JT is going to have to roll it.
He's got his Harry Potter action going on.
What did you do?
That is
What did you do, Ray? What did you do?
It's 15, but let me subtract. It's 12.
Okay. So, Odelia, you take 12 points of damage
You're
as
worse
Evil
than the
McWeevil
sturgeon!
here drives past you, and you get clipped by the spikes that are rotating on the side of this thing and the tires. So a little bit of damage there. And Ashbeak looks at you and goes, "Which one of you is drop? Oh, it's angel blood, of course. Collateral damage, huh?"
I am sorry. That is my bad. I will own that one.
Okay.
And
however, you may make your trample attack now.
Now I better roll good.
From the harpoon, there's a very soft. Anduriel, would you like me to drive?
Thor, I'd like you to zip it.
I think you'd make a better shot.
I don't mind.
We don't need no up roof drivers on this journey.
He's right next to you, actually.
Okay, so that's an 18 plus the 10 plus the 3.
Your dexterity. It's actually the trample attack is plus 12.
Oh, well then.
So you more than hit them. Roll 2d10 and add your dex mod, please.
I better roll good on that. And I did not. Okay. 12.
Okay. So I'm going to make that 17 because I would count this trample as kind of an area attack. It seems like you're taking up an area by doing the attack. It makes sense. So you plow down some of the Sturges and Odelia, and you also knock Odelia. You knock the Sturges prone. So there you are, sitting on top of the Sturges, and you have knocked them prone. Odelia, you just cut. So poor Odelia got cut. But well done, Anduriel. All right. And now Anduriel's turn is up. I think he did more than enough damage to various people. And now it's Thora's turn. Thora, do you want me to try? I don't mind. It's fine.
Just changing something really quick.
Feel free.
Now I got to count. 1, 2.
I hate counting.
Yeah, you changed something. You put yourself in the driver's seat. Now you're like, oh, I thought he was gonna. I better.
Oh, did Anduriel give him the driver's seat?
No, it's Anduriel, man.
I didn't think he would. That's why I was confused.
It doesn't really seem like the time to hand over the keys, particularly after you made a mistake.
The harpoon is currently not in range of any of the enemies. So I am going to hold. Can I hold an action to fire when something is in range? I am going to.
You absolutely can. Yep, you absolutely can hold your action.
Thora, just like, all right, aiming down the sights, waiting for something to get in range.
All right, So Thora, like you crank the lever that brings the harpoon into position, and you do the Luke on the bottom cannon of the Millennium Falcon like spin thing. You're like, you're ready to go. So harpoon is ready. As soon as it is moved into a position where you can fire, your ready to action will go off. And that is Mr. Thor's turn. Now it is the Kenku's turn, and they, oh dear.
Oh,
Yes.
When I hold an action, is that all I can do? Out of
Nope,
curiosity,
you still have your move and your minor. Holding an action is a standard.
Okay, I'm gonna minor heal Odelia.
Okay.
Healing
you can see
word. So
That's a good call.
it's 2d6, 2d6 plus
Plus
your
Ophelia
healing.
surge value.
Yeah. So
Surge value is right next to your hit points, Odelia.
11 plus 11.
Ooh. Well, there, you
So-
fixed everything Enduriel did.
You did. I'm all the way back up to full. So thank you very much, Thora.
There's no venom there. There's not. That's fine.
I'm not mad. It's okay.
I'm not mad.
fine.
I'm just disappointed.
You won't feel the effect of this at all later.
Yeah, I'm just okay, and that would be a nasty little moment now with the Kenku. Okay, they can't see anybody because the back of the infernal engine is unfortunately facing them. So they're going to have to move in order to get into position. And they're going to do that. So one of them moves. Let's see, the speed of the Devil's Ride, I'm pretty sure is 8.
Devil's
Yes,
Ride.
it is. All right, so
Up on board the Devil Ride.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, one of them moves over to 16K, having to cross through a lava stream. And the other one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he is going to move over to 16M. And so they both take their move actions. And you are all making yourselves annoying. Now, then they are going to lift up. They're going to pause on their bikes, take both hands off the handlebars, and lift up what looks like some kind of a rocket launcher on their metallic gauntlets. And they both pull back a crank and fire 2 bone knuckle blast gauntlets at Lachlan. And that is what they do. Lachlan, what is your AC, my friend?
The look on Riot's face was so shocked.
I mean, you are the one that stole from the Lady Bard.
22.
22. Okay. They can actually, I have to check the range on this. They might not be able to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
Oh, never mind. Yeah, they got you. Okay. So, no problem. Just had to double
I knew
check
you'd
the
find a
range
way.
there. Well, I mean, you have no idea what's on this sheet. I could be making bull crap up, but I wouldn't
You
do
just
that
had
to
to
you.
add a bonus. Of
Isn't that the
something.
job description of the DM?
Making crap up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at the top of the list. So that's a 30 on one hit. And
Dang.
oh, that's a 31 on the other hit. It is so ironic that they both hit
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Lachlan, my friend, you are about to get blasted with 8 dice 6 plus 10 points of damage.
oh,
Holy
God.
cow. 8
So-
dice 6?
Oh dear, I'm sorry, I dropped one of the dice. I'm gonna have to grab that because I've got to have enough, like to roll it all at once.
I would have to go buy more dice in order to just roll this attack.
There we go. Okay.
Hold on, let me run to the store just a tick.
I think
One
yeah, we're
moment,
good.
darling.
Okay, here we go. Okay, it could have been worse. There's a few 2s on here. So first of all, that is 6 dice. I need to add 2 more. Okay, so 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 8 more is 20. So only 20, not so bad. 20 plus 6 is 26 plus 10, 36 points of damage as both of these rockets fire into you. And Lachlan, you just like there is an explosion, Anduriel and Thora, and it's small, but it just deafens you. Now yours is kind of like a doom buggy with the the seats of the side open so you can see into it. It's not quite like Miss Maggie's ride, although you could see into the front of that to target her with your spells. The Demon Grinder's front has openings also, but it still kind of is in a small area, so it's disturbing, but it does not. Now, Lachlan, you are dazed. You have dazed save ends. You have 2 dazed effects on you. And I'm sure you're not surprised with the fact that you're dazed, given that you just got blasted. And they both look and point at you and go, like, and point at you and make those noises. And that is going to be their turn. And
Matt,
yes,
the Kenku is within 10 squares of the buggy.
Yes, he is. Unfortunately, Anduriel hasn't turned the buggy around for you to be able to fire.
Ah, man.
Yeah, you've got a range of motion. You're facing the wrong direction, but I'm sure he can back over Odelia and just and get it right on into
Speed bump.
The turret can't go 360. Come on.
Okay. The Sturges are going to get up from a prone position because apparently, ironically, all the birds go together, and they are going to, since they got run over by this machine, they are going to climb inside of the tormentor. And it takes their full movement to be able to do that, but you are now all starting your turn in the Sturgis swarm. And we all know what happens when you start inside the Sturgis aura. It is of your blood. So this is a great visual because all of a sudden, boom, and then like it's there are birds all over the place. Odelia, aren't you glad you didn't get in now?
Yeah, I'm sure that's definitely worthwhile.
You're welcome.
And now it is Miss Odelia's turn. Miss Odelia, it's your turn, child.
All right. So the Kenkus are still over here in on row 16, right? In
Yep.
K&M.
That is correct.
All right.
Are you going to do them harm, Miss Odelia?
Well, I'm going to try. But I don't really. I haven't got much I can do from such a range. And I don't think, could I make it over to him?
You absolutely can. It's a very small athletics check to jump over 1 square of lava.
Okay.
So you only need to roll a 13.
You make that sound like it's so easy.
Well, I think, aren't you trained?
Yeah, but I roll like a 2, so even being trained, it doesn't really help. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Odelia is mad. She is really mad that she just got raked in the face by this stupid thing.
She attacks the tormentor.
Yeah, I know. But she decides to channel her anger into something more productive. And she is so ready to be done with all this. She is just going to charge at the nearest Kenku.
Okay.
And she is going to call down the Mama Bear Rage.
Okay,
She does not like that these guys just shot these rockets at poor little Lachlan, who's so little and stupid, but that's not his fault.
He can't help
He's just little. And
You
so
killed JT.
she's mad at them for targeting the little guy. And so Odelia leaps over the lava flow and runs toward them.
Okay.
With the Mama Bear Rage.
All right, let's see an athletics check. Let's see how well she leaps.
Whatever it takes. I like it. I like that motivation.
What did you get?
No!
Don't fall in the lava.
Terrible.
What you have a
11.
strength of 11. That's more than enough. You have a strength of 19. So you even if you weren't a higher level, you more than enough. Okay, Odelia, you are in square 16J, right next to Chuka. And he
All
sees
right.
you coming, and he's like, "Oh, she'll never get over there!" As you leap over the lava, and go ahead and take your Mama Bear Rage attack.
All right, this is where I've been saving up the good roll for.
All right.
I rolled the exact same thing. So that is a 15.
Oh, poop.
With a barbarian attack,
Yeah, it's a plus 11.
you have a
With a
plus
4?
12 to your barbarian attacks.
Okay, then it's a 16. Oh, what was the Lachlan? What was the Did you
Bardic Inspiration.
Did you give me
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration?
You can
Can I add it
but
to this
that
one?
it won't add to damage. You can use it to add to an attack or a save or a
But
skill
yeah,
check.
no, but I probably need it to make the attack here, right?
Well, yeah, their AC is 22, so you might need
Yeah.
it. But what did you roll on the die?
4.
A 4. Okay, so you got a 16 total.
Yeah.
So what does the Bardic Inspiration give you?
A die 6.
You've got
you
to
can-
roll a
yeah.
6.
Oh,
Do
okay.
it. You can do it.
It's worth it. It's a daily. It's worth it.
4.
So where
Close.
can she get combat advantage from? That is the question. And I do not see a way. Odelia, did you cast Bless at the beginning of this fight?
No, I did not.
Okay, just checking. All right. Unfortunately, unless someone, yes,
I can do it. I've got Adept's Insight. I haven't used it, so
Okay.
I give you a plus 4.
Boom.
Okay, and she hits.
So you hear Lachlan's dulcet tones in your head for just a brief moment. You can
Coming
do
down in 3-part harmony.
There you go.
I needed 3 sets of dice of rolls to be able to make this attack.
It's all coming together.
9. That's 15 damage.
Okay, 15 points of damage, and Odelia, based on your new deadly rage, you do +1 to damage while you are raging, so it's actually 16.
And he is skewered on my harpoon. He is grabbed by me.
All
Q
right.
kebab.
Yep, and it
Cute,
says
cute,
until
cute.
the rage ends, I gain a +4 bonus to grab attacks. And then if
You
he
could
starts
hold
his
him.
turn grabbed by me, he takes 9 damage.
Which really doesn't
Swing.
help him that he's on the devil's ride if he's on the end of a harpoon, so she might
Yeah.
just hold him there and kill him off.
Or just
All
scoot
right,
him
Miss-
over the lava and twist it till he's well done and brown and crispy.
Ooh,
Little Avernus fried chicken.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
that is a lovely image. Let's
Thing of
keep that
looking
image.
good.
Okay.
That could
All right.
not smell good with the feathers and everything.
Okay. Odelia, you have used inspiration already, but you haven't used your action point. You're using it or holding on to it?
Holding on to it.
Okay. All right, Miss Odelia holds on to it. Lachlan, it is now your dazed turn.
Okay.
And you're blackened. You got your face is like covered in soot, and you're like burned and it wasn't fire damage, it was more of an explosion, but it was awful.
All right. Well, I have superior will, so I can save against the days at the start of my turn.
Okay.
And natural 20. What a waste.
Oh,
Natural
that's-
20. I mean, that could have been an attack.
Oh, come
That is a
on.
waste, but you have 2 counts of days on you, so you have to roll
Okay,
twice,
gotta do
right?
another one. Yep. That one's a 14. So
Okay. So Lachlan, you shake off that daze. Your
Yeah.
mind is just too powerful.
too powerful. That's right.
Sindel's
But,
bloodline in your head is too strong, and you order your thoughts easily.
Too strong.
but I think I'm in the area of the bugs.
You are, so you take 5 points of damage,
Okay.
which means that you start your turn covered in soot, blasted, your clothes, your chest is bare and burned, the hairs have been scorched off, and you've got like birds on top of you, like sticking there. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use a minor action use virtue, or not virtue. I'm going to use revitalizing incantation, because then I can spend a
Why?
surge. I'm hurt. Okay, let's see.
Seems like a good reason.
I mean, if he wants to waste all his powers, it's
I mean, sounds pretty good to me, you guys. I mean, I guess.
I don't know about
All right.
you, but that sounds like a pretty good idea.
Technology.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, you guys are so nice. Okay.
Sorry. You just gotta roll. That's the only thing that can stop the
Here we
roll.
do. I can't.
Lachlan, what are you gonna do? You got birds like sucking your blood.
I know. I got to get them off, but I don't blast. I don't burst.
That is a problem.
I
I
do.
didn't say it wasn't. I
Don't
didn't
be
say it wasn't
jealous that
complex.
Thor's been blasting people all day.
Okay, wait. I actually can. I have one blast, or well, it's a burst power. It's my new level 9 daily, and it seems appropriate. He is going to use Wail of Anguish.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, yeah. Okay. Now, before you released Wail of Anguish, I just want to remind you, these Sturges have been rocked. Do you really want to use your daily on Sturges that look like they're going down in a hit? You're welcome to, because who knows? I mean, John could miss, and
No, you're right. But the whale's coming.
it does. I mean, it does
I had
seem.
just healed. All right. You know what though? I know I'm only gonna do part damage if I hit, but I'm gonna hit these things. I'm gonna staggering note right into these beasts.
Bang.
All right, go for it.
And he's using his voice. He's
Okay.
not even bothering with a sword. He's just thunder comes out of it.
It's
14.
Led Zeppelin. Ah!
Yeah. 14 plus 14 is 28 versus will. So they're going to take 9 thunder, which I know is only 4 thunder.
Yep.
But they going to be pushed 3 squares. Oh, they can't be subject to force movement. I forgot.
Unfortunately.
But an ally can make a melee basic attack for free against the target. And so I think Anduriel, he's like, hit him! Get him off me!
All right,
So-
Anduriel, this is what happens. Like, there's not even really a windshield in front of this thing. It's just kind of like 2 guards on the side. And Lachlan screams, and the birds go like flattened up against what windshield there is, and you have an opening to strike.
23.
Lachlan, by the way, your hair's burned too, like the front of your hair. Like, they messed up your hair like really badly.
They're gonna pay.
Anduriel, Lachlan looks at you after he screams, and his hair is like standing. Yeah. Lachlan's head is smoking.
Well, my goodness.
I'm not enjoying this at all.
Worse than the wart.
Okay, 22 on the dice, but I only rolled 2 points of damage.
Okay, so that's 1 point of damage. Wait, total?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
There's a 1 on each dice.
What's your strength?
3. Oh, I can add that.
It's a melee basic. You get to add your strength to damage and the plus of your weapon. So you get to add +2. Didn't I put melee basic attack on your character sheet?
You did. I read the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I rolled the right amount of dice, but I'm not adding the correct bonuses.
Well, if you could just stop slowing the game down, that'd be great. I mean,
I will own this one as well, you guys. I'm very sorry.
It could be.
I'm going to take ownership here.
Okay. So how much damage was it really?
10, 5.
5. Okay. That will finish off exactly what you needed to finish off the nasty little Sturge swarm.
What?
Now you've got dead bodies of birds all over your tormentor, and that's the situation that you find yourselves in.
All right.
Okay. All right. That was Lachlan's turn. Back up to the top of initiative. Anduriel, it is your turn. You want to aim for Odelia? You want to go straight for her this time, or like?
No, but we're going for that big machine. Hang on, gentlemen. We're going for a ride. And he's just gonna turn. We're gonna try. Let's see. I have the movement on this thing is 8, right?
Yeah. So count from square 20F, and that will give you the position that you have your corner in.
Okay.
That will make it easier.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That lands us right in the lava. That's probably not good. Let's go to 13J.
All right. With that corner, you want to go to 13J. All righty. All right, and I'm assuming you're not going right past Odelia because
No, I took a bit of a wide berth there.
So nice of
Okay.
you. That's so considerate.
Does my held action go up?
Thora, Anduriel moves into position. When he turns this bad boy around, your ready to action can go off. You may fire at will at anyone that you would like to. Within 10 squares, you get your full bonus if you're looking at the sheet I sent you guys on Messenger. And if you are 20 squares firing away, then it will be a -2.
Let me just pull it back up.
At the time of the turn, we're about 1, 2. We're about 10 away at the time of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he can fire at any point during the movement, though, Anduriel. Like, when you turn around 1 square, he can fire whenever he wants to.
Right.
I am going to fire at one of the Kenku, that which Odelia be betwixt.
Okay. Okay.
Is it the one on her harpoon or the one unharpooned?
Let's do the one that's not harpooned. Let's get some symmetry in here.
Let's harpoon our own.
Okay.
Double
well, it does
harpoon.
immobilize you, so.
So that is a plus my dex 22.
22 versus what? AC? Yes, this is the harpoon flinger. That is exactly what you needed to hit.
Heck yeah.
All right, poor Clonk. Poor Clonk, what did he ever do to you?
So that is 12 points of damage.
Okay. And he is immobilized. So Thora goes, harpoon. There's a puff of smoke in the front of this bad boy, and a harpoon skewers him and sticks into the ground as it moves through him. And he is immobilized. Poor Clonk. And he lets out a terrible, terrible birdie screech. And that is what he does on his turn. Okay, that is Thora's excuse me. So Thora, your turn goes right after Anduriel now. It is
that's
right
my move
before
action.
Anduriel, excuse me.
So that's my move action to move us. And
Mm-hmm.
now I'm gonna try Grasp of the Iron Tower on the Kenku that we just skewered. That's a 2. Poop. Oh, wait. I have my ring. I'm going to try again. That's a 3.
I hate to break it to you, but your ring of phantasmal approach only counts when you are actually approaching. It doesn't work for distance attacks.
What's that?
Your ring of phantasmal approach only works when you are actually approaching, not using ranged attacks.
Oh.
It's for melee. I'm very sorry. I know that hurts.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't hurt. It's just the first I've heard of it. So.
Well, that's why it hurts. It's the bad information that hurts, not the.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the surprise.
Okay.
Surprise.
Then I'm not doing anything.
Okay, so unfortunately, what did you roll initially?
2.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on. All right. So that was Anduriel's turn. You want to curse anyone with your minor action?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. And you already moved her. Okay. And now it would be their turn. And let's see, Odelia. You are right on top of these people, Odelia. Yes.
Oh, I'm mad. I'm gonna stay right
Right.
there.
Anyone starting their turn in your grab takes 10 damage. So the first thing that happens is Chuka takes 10 points of harpoon damage as Odelia sits there going, shank, shank. Like, do you say anything while you're shanking or something like, I'll make you a turkey? Like, is that anything?
Just said, leave that poor little idiot alone.
Right. Okay. And that is a big boom and a stick. All right, very good. Now, the first thing he's going to want to do is try to get out of there because he's freaking out that you obscured him. So he is going to try to break that grab. So you need to make an opposed check with him to break the grab. He'll be making acrobatics. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a natural 20.
That's not good.
That's a 20 on Mr. Green die.
Beat
right
him with
there.
a 20.
That's what
Beat him
that
with a
is.
20.
That's not good.
Yeah, roll a 20, Odelia.
I rolled a 15, and so that's a strength, you said?
Yeah, but he rolled a nat 20, so he's going to beat you, unfortunately. All right, so Odelia, you stick him, and he's like, and he slides off the harpoon and disengages it, and he is going to really wish that you were not next to him. Oh my gosh, he's not really so good with the melee. So that's his move. Odelia, he is going to peel out and provoke an attack of opportunity from you. You may make a melee basic attack against him with your +12 barbarian bonus.
All right. Can I use Howling Strike, or is it?
No, that's only used with a
just
charge.
melee basic? Okay.
Nope, just a melee basic.
26.
That is a hit. So roll the.
Finally got a hit, you guys! I'm so excited. Doing 11 damage.
Oh, poor Chuka.
I am mad.
All right, so he peels out and he's like, "Arr!" Moves the devil's ride around. And as he moves around, Odelia, you slam your harpoon right through his armor, his leather armor, and into his side, and leave a bloody welt. And he peels away on his motorcycle, his devil's ride, and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He moves over to P9 because he wants no part of being in melee with you.
He's not wrong.
And I don't blame him. Unfortunately, that is going to be his whole turn. However, his brother, Clonk, you are right next to him. He is going to fire his clencher contraption at you, Odelia. So he lifts up a big old kind of shotgun-looking device, and on the end of it is like a pincher, like a little clamp, and he fires it at you, Odelia. All right, here he goes. Right, that is only an 8. It's only an 18 versus AC. Does that hit you, Odelia?
Misses.
All right. So he fires, and there's a big puff of smoke, and this clamp flies towards you, and you lift your harpoon, Odelia, and you knock it right out of the way, and he looks
like
at you.
A bat.
And he is not.
She
Babe
Ruths it.
So he is gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Shoot
8.
it right towards.
He rides over a lava stream also into 11U.
11.
Because he wants no part of being in melee with Odelia, which most people would agree is something to be avoided. Okay, now that was their turn. The Sturges are dead. Now it is the Tormenters' turn. First of all, Miss Maggie gets a save, and she rolled a 6. So unfortunately, Miss Maggie is still wandering in shadow. There's nobody there. However, bursting out of the bone grinder that Miss Maggie brought is a flaming skull that launches up and spins several times in the air, and you're like, what is that? And then he looks down and he launches a flame ray right at Anduriel in the front seat of the car from his two eyes. And he goes, I say, you're the one what took out Miss Maggie. Bad show. And then he fires off this ray at you. Anduriel, does a 25 hit your reflex?
It sure do.
By George, it's quite hard to be a butler without arms.
You take 14 points of fire damage, Anduriel, as these flame rays lance into you. This flaming skull is in square 10K, and he is 6 squares up in the air.
Okay.
And Odelia, you are now within range. And Odelia, what you see or hear on top of the wrecking ball is a little red cap voice say, Mama! I kill! And
psychic damage.
Odelia takes psychic damage. And this thing operates the wrecking ball that we are unfortunately in range of.
Great.
And he goes to attack our infernal war machine directly. And so...
Wonderful.
All right, the wrecking ball plus 14 versus reflex. Okay, the tormentor, your reflex is the driver's reflex plus 2. Anduriel, what is your reflex?
Reflex 20.
So it's 22. So this bad boy needs an 8.
Oh,
and that's
great.
a 17.
Oh,
17 is definitely good enough. And so you are going to, not you, the your infernal war machine is going to take 8d8 points of damage.
8d8.
Holy
plus 7.
What?
Holy butts.
get out!
Thanks. Oh no, we're too far gone. We're past that.
Eject!
Okay.
Eject!
17, 19.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
30, 37 points of damage. Now, 37 points of damage. The Tormentor has armor. And so your Tormentor, whose hit points I will put on the second page, your Tormentor can withstand 10 points of damage. That's its damage threshold. And its mishap damage, unfortunately, is 30. And so that 37 points of damage the Wrecking Ball does means that we have to roll on the mishap roll.
Oh, no.
So which one of you would like to roll the 1d20? Who wants to decide your fate?
Driver has to.
JT, would you like the pleasure or?
Here I go.
All right, roll the 1d20.
That's 11.
All right, an 11. Oh, that's just the one I was looking at. Blinding smoke.
Oh, great.
This thing slams into the side of your Tormentor, and you hear an explosion come from the engine, and the entire cab fills with smoke and is heavily or totally obscured until the mishap ends. Any creature inside of the Tormentor is blinded right now until the mishap ends.
Poop.
And the mishap ends when you make a successful repair DC, which is a thievery check. And I don't believe any of you are trained in thievery, are you?
Great.
We're a bunch of clerics.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, if getting out of the smoke, would that end the blindness?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
The smoke
Just wanted to make sure.
I've had intimate experience with this. The smoke is streaming up out of the dashboard area, and you're all like, like none of you can see. The little red cap looks at you and points to itself, Odelia. After it goes, Mama, I kill. My name, Yes Dear.
Oh.
And
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's the worst.
Yeah, and that is Yestir's turn. That is the Flaming Skull's turn. And I believe that's it. We made Miss Maggie save. Oh no, it's Mickey's turn. Excuse me.
Oh no.
oh, that's right,
Mickey. Oh no, Mickey's on 10. Excuse me. It is Odelia's turn. Miss Odelia, it's your turn.
Hi, Mama. Good night. Go to bed. See you in the morning. Nice. That was Eliza with a cameo.
She's like the anti-red cap.
She really is.
She's like,
That was so polite compared to like, Mama, kill!
No. Well, what I mean,
Sorry,
what
I'll
I
grab a
have
die.
in mind is now like so not I don't know what to do. Okay.
There's a lot of that going around.
Where is the bone grinder compared to me now?
Okay, the Bone Grinder is in squares 8, 9, and 10, K,
Oh,
L, and M.
moved. It hasn't moved.
It has not moved. Well, no, the driver disappeared. And so
Yeah. I was
sometimes
just
when that
thinking, it
happens,
seemed like it was still so far away. I thought
not really, not from you.
Aren't I in 16J?
Yep. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could get to Mickey if you wanted to, or you can go chasing after the Kenku. They're going to be a little bit harder to get to.
All right. I am still very, very mad. And I just yell up to Yes, dear. I said don't kill Mummy's friends. And
Okay.
and I am going to cast Granite Shield. Let's see. I haven't used this one before, sorry.
Granite Shield is a melee attack.
It's a melee attack. But it
All right, so who are you going to move to that you would like to hit?
So, okay, well, here's the thing. So, I wanted to use it as a shield. To everyone in the aura. Can I get back over by our tormentor? Well, because I don't understand how
if you
that
hit
works.
Anduriel, if you hit with Granite Shield, then what happens is you do damage and you push the target 3 squares, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the effect is that you have that aura until the end of your next turn. And so you get the aura no matter what happens. So if you want, you could just climb into the Tormentor and hit Anduriel or Lachlan or Thora, or even the Tormentor and start your Granite Shield. But there's smoke coming out of it right now and dead bird carcasses. And the side of this thing is bashed in something fierce.
Okay.
It's taken a lot of damage.
I am not going to do that. I am going to instead go up to where Mickey is. I'm just going to charge right up to, let's say, 11M. That's right in front of, no, let's say 11K. Just jump over the lava stream right there. And I am going
11K will put you right in the lava. Or you want to be on that half of the square that's not lava.
Yeah, right in the half of the square that's not lava.
All right, make an athletics check for me, please. You only need a 13, which is nothing for you. You're trained.
I rolled an 8.
All right, you're fine.
That gets me fine. Okay, so I
Great.
leap over there and I am going to jam my harpoon into the ground, and a crackling web of radiant light just shoots out from it, and I cast Consecrated Ground.
Ooh.
And so
Nice.
now it's a zone that lasts till the end of my next turn. Anyone who starts their turn in that zone takes 7 radiant damage.
Okay. All right, and that is Miss Odelia's turn. Well, it's Mickey's turn next, and he starts his turn in the zone. So roll the radiant damage. 1d6 plus 1.
Bad, Mickey.
Poor Mickey.
4.
All right. And Mickey also has ongoing damage 5. So he actually, on the start of his turn, takes 9 points of damage. Poor Mickey.
I like Mickey. I think he's cute. In like a weird
Mickey,
gross way.
You see part of Mickey, this blast of holy energy goes out, and Odelia consecrates the ground. And so there's, which is really quite the feat in hell. So she creates this little bastion of holy ground. And Odelia, the effects of your devil's endurance checks are gone now in the consecrated ground. You are no longer feeling the weight of hell bearing in on you. So even if you do get bloodied, Odelia, in the consecrated ground, you will not be taking a -2 to attacks.
Awesome.
And defenses.
And
so,
that effect,
Anduriel, it would not be terrible for you to get into that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
gotta get
effect
there
goes
fast.
for any of my allies who are bloodied if they start their turn in the zone. You get hit points back if you start there.
Okay. I'll do that.
So Scarlet Moth just messaged me and asked, "Is everything okay, guys?" Just,
I mean, that depends on.
So far, so good.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to tell her. So, okay,
Context
moving
for
on.
everything.
That is an ugly piece. All right, so you consecrate the ground. Mickey is scorched and also taking ongoing damage. And what is he going to do? Well, Mickey looks at you and he decides that it's time to bite you, I think. So he is going to use his babao, his big frog demon mouth, and he's going to try to bite you, Odelia. Does a 27 hit your AC?
Yes, it does.
Okay, Odelia, you take 24 points of damage and ongoing acid damage 5. So Odelia, he takes a big old bite out of you, and that is his turn. And he is going to use, and that's it. His turn is over. Lachlan, it is your turn, my friend.
Ready.
Do it, Lachlan. Pull out your biggest daily ever.
Can I?
Yes.
I meant to do a minor action. Can I? Is it too late?
Yeah.
I wanted to cast Bless.
Oh, sure. Okay.
On
All right. So
everybody.
now Odelia
As I'm
just
doing consecrated ground, it just.
Odelia is leaking holy energy. There's water everywhere. The rest of us feel very refreshed. It's like drinking a bottle of Evian after you've been on the treadmill. And then everybody else is like, "Oh my gosh, my underwear is soggy." And that's how the rest of them feel about it. They all became Yiddish housewives. I don't know why that happens. Part of the Yiddish spell.
It tends to.
So it tends to happen. Okay, so Odelia, you are leaking holy energy. It bites into you. And Mickey like, "Arr!" and there you go with Odelia. Lachlan, what you doing?
Is the Kenku in E9 is bloodied?
Neither one of the Kenkus are bloodied yet, unfortunately.
Huh.
Hurt.
Well,
one of them's hurt, but not bloodied. Not quite.
And does their use of their vehicle count as a basic attack?
It depends on what they're doing on their vehicle. But yes, you can use a melee basic attack to fire the weapon on a harpoon or something like that. Yeah.
So
driving
they
would be a little more complex.
But they do have like a basic attack on their vehicles.
Yes. The basic attack on the vehicles is the harpoon. You can have someone activate the harpoon if that's what you would like to do. If you possess the means to do so.
That's what I would like to do. I would like to use Song of Discord on the Kenku who is in T11.
Okay, he does not have weapons on the Devil Rider, unfortunately.
Oh,
Devil
the
Rider
other
doesn't
one.
have weapons.
How did I get hit with 2 harpoons
the
then?
Bone Grinder. You what's that?
How did I get hit with 2 harpoons then?
Those were their blasters. Their bone knuckle gauntlets.
Mm.
If it makes you feel better, those were encounter powers. They can't do it again.
It makes us
So
feel
glad
better.
I could take those. Okay.
Unless they reload. Yeah.
Okay. So then it'll be on Mr. Harpoon. This is against Will. That's a 32 versus Will. So
that'll do, pig.
he as a free action, he makes a basic attack against the other Kenku. It can be melee or
Can you
ranged.
move him because he's not near the other Kenku?
You can't fire that harpoon.
No, that was an encounter power. The rocket he launched. Or are you talking about his shotgun with the clamp on it?
No, I'm talking about the other one that's hurt that has a harpoon. Can he not shoot that harpoon?
They don't have harpoons. Neither one of them do. They've taken 2 attacks.
So he doesn't have a ranged basic attack.
He does not have a ranged basic attack.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me double check. No, his ranged attack or his melee basic attack, his Hellfire Warhammer is his base. He doesn't have a ranged basic attack, unfortunately. He has a ranged daily. He'd love to show you.
Sure he would. Well, then I guess that I will. I'll just use that on a different will attack. So I'm going to call down to that same Kenku and say, Lady Trueheart, shatter his heart upon the altar of your scorn. And I want to drag him 5 squares, knock him prone, make him vulnerable 5 all. And I believe I can drag him right into the lava. Or at least try to.
Why, yes. Yes, you can. And neither one of them has any fire resistance. Would you like to roll the 2d6?
6, 4, and 2.
Right.
Oh, but he's vulnerable, so that would be 11. Vulnerable 5 all.
Is.
And he's going to have to spend his next standard action begging forgiveness, confessing, and dying love from that prone position.
So he
chicken.
he gets off of his motorcycle because that makes the most sense to me. He gets off of the motorcycle and it's like as he runs through the fire and fries his poor little birdie feet and then falls down going and then going on his feet that are scorching and burning and trying to pat out the fire while he gives in to the flames of love. And that is his turn. Is there anything else that you would like to do on your turn, Mr. Lachlan? Do you want to? Well, actually, if you're going to do this, you have to get out of the.
I have to get out of the cloud. Yeah.
So where are you going?
I knew I was gonna have to get out of the cloud. So, I'm gonna move to square H12.
Okay.
Is that doable?
Alrighty. And that will
hop
move
out.
him to square 12I. Poor flaming Kenku. All right, anything else you would like to do? Do you have a minor you want to use?
I do have a minor. How's everybody looking? Are we in pretty good shape?
What are y'all down to? Thora, what are you down to?
I'm good right now.
I'm at 50. I'm doing okay.
I'm at 43, so I'm all right still.
Okay.
Not
Well,
perfect.
he just takes a good look around, and I think I'm going to use another bardic inspiration, and I am going to who's after me? Oh, it goes back up to Thora. He starts singing again to Thora. Actually, he sings a song. He winks at Thora, but he's actually trying to he starts singing something like "Feed the birds" as this stupid Kenku comes is like begging at my feet. So
Hoppins. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, and so Thora now has inspiration?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Mr. Thora. And Mr. Thora, you are at the top of initiative. However, there is a huge whistling sound coming from above you in the sky.
Oh boy.
And you see an enormous shape moving towards you, so much so that it shadows over the area, and you look up as you see this shadow to see a flaming meteor from one of the volcanoes of Avernus streaking towards you. That meteor lands right on top of your tormentor,
Oh my God.
which is going to hit all of you, and also Mickey will just barely miss Yestir, and will also hit Kenku number 1. And you all take 37 points of fire and force damage.
What is happening?
5. Okay. So Lachlan, I'm not doing so hot no more.
Okay, it is all of the
Uh-oh.
squares in squares 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. H through N are now difficult terrain.
Whoa.
There is no lava there anymore. It has all been blasted.
Okay.
All of that is in. So you are all standing in difficult terrain now, as the topography has been changed by the crashing of this meteor. You are also all stunned until you save. Save ends. And so, beginning at the top of your turn, Thora, you may make your save against being stunned.
13 on die.
All right. So, Thora, you are the first to really come to, since you're at the top of initiative. And let me tell you, as this happens, your ears are still ringing from the impact of this meteor striking. And you look up and you can see the smoke has been cleared by the impact of this meteor. And you look around and you see your tormentor it's seen better days. It's flattened. It's an ugly thing. Everybody's still in it, and it's crushed, but you can see there's a way for them to get out. But they've taken a lot of damage. Your ears are ringing, and you were knocked prone by this. But as your vision comes to, as you struggle to regain your consciousness, you see a form floating in the air just above you. And when your vision clears, your attention is captivated by a magnificent creature standing in the air above you. He's easily 9 feet tall, with skin that looks like polished gold that reflects like a mirror, and perfectly lithe and sculpted muscled body, wearing some kind of white silvery armor in the shape of a toga of some kind. His head is crowned with a ring of perfect pearls that shimmer and glow kind of like a halo, and they just kind of float around his head in a perfect circle. And this golden figure is held aloft by a pair of voluminous feathery white wings. And in his right hand, he carries a silver lance capped by a blade of diamond that sparkles like glass in a summer sun. It is altogether a striking image that kind of draws your attention in. And as he descends nearer, comes down a little bit nearer, the flap of his wings stirs the air like a violent wind, and you feel it move over you. And with that wind, your heart is filled with awful feelings towards everyone around you. That wind brings emotion with it from his wings, and feelings of superiority and anger at the weaknesses of your other party members around you. You awaken to feel superior to them, much better. And you are forced to shout an accusation against one of your party members that you blame the most. Who would Thora naturally blame the most for not succeeding in this battle?
I don't know if Thora has the vocabulary for that. But I think it's not going to be. It's not going
Or
to
if
be
you're
aimed,
neutral.
It's not going to be aimed. For the most part, he's going to say, "I could have driven it better."
Okay, that is Thora's turn.
That's all.
It
he
is the
could
Kenku's
muster.
turn. Let us see if he breaks the stunning. And he does. So the Kenku, he comes out of it, Thora, and looks up at you and looks around at the devastation and then looks up in the air and looks at all of you and goes,
He said, "What now?"
And now
What?
it is Evil's turn. Miss Maggie still is not back. Odelia, it is your turn.
goodness.
Save against the
I think
stun effect.
She is better off than all of us.
I know.
Well, I bet she's glad she wasn't in the bone grinder. The
Perhaps
front
I
of
should
it's
have
been pretty
dismissed
well
myself.
smashed in.
Did you skip Anduriel?
Did I? Yes, I did skip Anduriel. Anduriel,
Please
make
do
your save,
Anduriel.
please.
Make my save. That is a 5.
Okay. That's not going to do it. So Anduriel is still...
gosh.
Anduriel, since you are driving and you got smashed in the Tormentor, it makes sense that... so you're smashed under the dashboard, something like that. You were in the driver's seat. Now you're in the dashboard. Very good. Okay, and Odelia, it's your turn now. Roll the 1d20. You need a 10 or higher. Big money.
15.
Very good. All right,
Nice.
Odelia, you also come too. It's Mickey's turn. Mickey also goes. "Urgh." Mickey like, "Urgh," but he looks up at you, Odelia, and he growls at you.
Does he?
And
since it's
that's his turn.
Does he take the damage from being on my consecrated ground, or has my consecrated
Yes, he does.
ground been destroyed by the meteor?
No, the ground is still consecrated here all around you. Go ahead and roll the damage on him.
That
I need
is
to get to that ground.
6.
All right. All right, so Mickey is just being fried, standing here, but he was stunned, and it took his whole turn to get out of it. Lachlan, your turn.
All right. Well, my superior will works. Save the day again, right?
Go for it.
13.
Okay.
So I get to take a turn. So Anduriel is still affected by this stun, though, correct?
Anduriel is still stunned.
All right. I'm going to use Divine Metal on him as a minor action. And so he just whispers a little prayer. Sindel, rescue his troubled mind. And he gets to make a save with a +6 bonus.
Nice. Perhaps this time. So it's a +6 bonus?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. I got a 7.
Okay.
No!
So total?
Well, I
You
haven't
rolled
added my. I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
A 1 is always a fail in D&D, no matter what modifiers are attached to it.
There's some sort of.
That is a
F word
universal
there.
rule through. That's a rule in 5th edition too, isn't it, John? That 1 is always a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Anduriel's
Okay.
out of it. Lachlan, what else are you gonna do?
Sorry.
You gonna get up?
Yeah. So this giant creature's just standing up there chilling.
Yes. You have a minor action left. You could engage him or do something else.
I have a standard action, right?
Well, yeah. If you use your move to what is metal, a minor?
Minor, yeah.
Okay, so you
So-
still have a standard.
Um,
Go ahead and attack.
Sounds like a
Um,
dare.
Please.
what kind of check can I make to try to recognize this guy?
You may make a religion check.
Well, that is a 28.
All right.
Who is he?
Lachlan? He is an angel of such power and presence and majesty that it is highly unlikely he could be anything less than an archangel. And also, Lachlan, you are filled with feelings of superiority in his presence and anger at the weaknesses of your other party members. Who do you accuse and what comes out of your mouth? Unbidden, of course. John, I could have driven it better.
Yeah.
He kind of just looks to each of them, and he looks down at Odelia and says, "Always insulting me. Yet you're the one making little rude comments about me when you couldn't even show up on time, and things have gotten so much worse since you joined the party."
Oh.
I mean, he's not wrong. I think it's a correlation, not a causation, but it has been done.
I mean, it's not really disputable, but the causation, I mean, that's in question. So, all right, Lachlan, that is the end of your turn. Back up to the top, and
So I have to use my standard action to do that?
Voice. No, you still have your standard action.
I'm going to assume that this guy's got to be Navariel, because what other angel is going to be in? Is that safe to assume, or at least, I mean, he's filling me with pride. Well, he looks like an angel. He's not
9 feet tall.
So,
and his skin. No, he's definitely not a foul of any kind. And he is exuding such an aura of power that it would be a very safe assumption that you are standing before Navariel, the Archangel of Pride.
Okay.
The fallen Archangel of Pride.
Dots are connecting here.
Oh dear.
So he's gonna look up and be like his regular rash self and just says, "So your weakling henchmen weren't able to do the job, you have to come do it yourself?"
Oh no, we're dead.
Oh, well, dang. The one meteor wasn't enough for you, huh?
Okay. Okay.
TPK.
Well.
TPK.
Okay. So, beginning of the next round, Lachlan, his voice fills all of your minds. And it's so overpowering, you're not sure whether he's speaking the words or whether he's using telepathy, but it hits you from all corners. And he says, "Such a pity about the volcanic storms of Avernus. The slightest shift in the wind, and they can lay utter waste. It is likely tempting for you to believe that all your efforts have made a difference. I suspect you have given in to that temptation. But before I speed you to your fate, let me assure you that my priest is alive and well in the city of Horta. And soon my lady consort will send another wave of devils to retake Horta, enough to overwhelm the pitiful resistance you've mustered. Since taking your lives would create inconvenient imbalance, know that you will live. You will even live to serve and be useful. I will carry you to the forges of the Archdevil Bel myself, who ruled this wretched realm before my lady consort deposed him. You will see. She has tasked him with the creation of weapons to use in the blood war. And so you shall become weapons of the blood war. I hope you understand. I want you to know how inferior your futile struggles are in the scheme of things. This is of utmost importance to me, that you know your place across the plains. Whatever struggle you imagined against beings you cannot begin to fathom was nothing but illusion and delusion. And I assure you, it is over!
Ooh.
And now, it is, Thora, you are awake. What are you going to do, Thora?
Where's this guy?
He is he is about square 15 and 16, and he is about 7 squares hovering above the tormentor.
Okay. This is going to sound weird. And I know it's going to sound weird. Where are the tires on Mad Maggie's car? Are they on like the right 3 squares and the left 3 squares?
They are in 10K and M and 8K and M.
And 8K.
Are you going to offer him a set of hubcaps?
No.
What's the plan here?
So Thora is going to walk to...
Want some spinners, dog? I got some great spinners, man.
Thora is
So
going
nice.
to walk over next to Mickey. And he is going to kneel down onto the ground, and he is going... I have the wrong thing up. One moment, please. Where'd that go?
Hey, Mickey, help us fight him. We'll fix your other leg.
He's going to say, Finhifara, sunder the earth, leave these enemies as food for the new growth. And then he is going to cast his channel divinity, Sorrow of the Earth Mother.
Ooh.
From M10 all the way up to the river of lava, hoping that it fills up and melts the tires.
Ooh.
Not to mention, two of its tires will be in a 10-foot hole.
Okay. Well, it's too wide to go all the way in.
Yeah,
but it does collapse sideways. And Yes Dear goes, Mama! And he is going to have to make an athletics check to try to hold on. He gets a 19. So he is hanging on the edge of the wrecking ball tower, like, Mama! No kill! No kill! And hanging over this river of lava that is beginning to flow down through that pit and into your pit. So that whole area is now, that whole line. So Thora, you are in square 11M then?
Yep.
All right.
So this is all filled with lava.
And the tormentor is sideways. They're not going to be able to get it out without a crane or something. The bone grinder weighs 1,000 pounds. So,
and Thora, it's like, Thora goes, "You're welcome."
And Odelia's in the back going, "Let him fall, let him fall." It's not good. So, okay, that is Thora's very effective turn. Now it is the Kenku's turn.
Oh, also, I'm going to heal myself.
And with your heat seed of healing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, it is the Kenku's turn. And he gets up from a prone position. And he is right next to you, Lachlan. And looks at you and is like, like, and is whistling out some kind of a song and then stops and goes, and that unfortunately is his whole turn. Okay. And he's really kind of ticked. The other one, what is he going to do? Let's see. He is going to fire. He's going to fire his clencher at Anduriel. Anduriel, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Does a 27 hit your AC?
Barely.
Just barely. Okay, Anduriel, you take 22 points of damage as this clencher sticks onto you, and it attaches you to the wreckage of the tormentor. So it clamps over you like the jaws of life and goes clank and pierces your flesh and handcuffs you basically to the tormentor. and that is Anduriel in square 14J.
Anduriel is dead.
Wreckage of the Tormentor.
Oh no!
What are you down to, Anduriel? Down to 0 exactly, or down to below it?
0, well, -1.
Okay. All right, Anduriel, you were down to -1. Okay. And that is Master. And he looks at you, Anduriel, and goes, and points and makes that look. And now, let's see. It is Mickey's turn. Thora, Mickey looks at you and
He has to take
and
his
looks at Odelia
damage.
and takes his radiant damage.
Right.
And also takes ongoing damage 5 still. How much? 5? Okay. So
Holy
he takes
hammer.
10 points of damage. And he does make his save, so no more ongoing damage, although he will still be taking radiant damage. And Mickey can't really move because he's stuck between Odelia and Thora, unless he wants to go into the lava. And he doesn't. And does he have any bursts or blasts? Mickey is going to shift and climb up onto square 10L, provoking an attack of opportunity from Lachlan and Odelia. Or from Thora and Odelia. Go for it.
I rolled a 2, so it's a 13.
You
Okay.
rolled a 2 too?
Oh, 2
Aw,
friends.
Twinsies.
Okay.
10.
That is not going to do it. Neither one of those. And then he is going to use his Nabasu Eye attack on both of you, on Odelia and Thora. Odelia, does a 33 hit your reflex?
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Look, but I think the answer is yes.
Thora, does a 32, I'm sorry, roll. Does that hit your reflex?
I don't know about you, but my sheet says my reflex is the 37. So, no, of course it hits.
I just
All
barely
right.
put it on there. 37.
You take 3d8 plus 8 necrotic damage, which comes out to be 27 points of necrotic damage.
Oh man, I just healed 26.
What does that put you down to, guys?
-21.
Okay.
Whoa!
All right. Odelia is
Oh
down.
no.
Okay. Okay. Odelia, well, not quite. You haven't hit your bloodied value yet. So you got to hit your bloodied value before you're dead. It's death saving throws time, though. All right. So he looks at you, and his big old frog eyes go black, and just this shadow comes out. And as it does, it withers the flesh of your body, and Odelia crumples down like in old lady Odelia form, like she's aged rapidly. It looks a little bit like a lot of the powers Anduriel uses. That is his power, Nabasu Eyes.
I'm
what
uncomfortable.
What are you down to, John?
29.
Okay, and that is Mickey's turn. He's going to stay where he is, even though he's taking damage. Lachlan, it is your turn, my friend.
Wow.
Yep, wow.
Okay.
I don't feel so good, you guys.
Oh, felt good.
I don't want to go.
Mr. Stark. Mr.
Mr.
Stark.
Mr.
don't feel so
Stark.
good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm going to use with a move action, I'm going to use Virtue, give myself temporary hit points.
And your virtue is different from Sister Fadaver's. When she
Yes.
uses the virtue power, she shouts out, Bestera, bless me with the power of chastity. When you use your virtue
He
power,
tosses his hair like
yeah,
like Prince Charming.
yeah, there we go. Very nice.
And then he's going to use with a minor action, he's going to use Majestic Word on Anduriel. Wait, where's the area of consecration? Because doesn't that cause healing?
That's all around Odelia.
So if I bring her up, then she could sustain that consecration.
Unfortunately, she was stunned, and then she
Yeah.
was down.
Oh, okay. Well, then Anduriel's the one who's closest to me. He's the one I can see, so he can spend a surge and regain an additional 8 hit points. So he should get, and that starts at 0. So there you go.
Okay. All right. So Anduriel, you're up to
24.
okay.
And with my standard,
Wait, plus the 8. 24.
standard, man, I am just tapped when it comes to heals here.
He might have known that.
I've got some heals left, Lachlan.
Okay. I'm going to say a prayer and hope for the best. So he's like, Vestera, I know this is Sister Fatherbear's purview, but we are in desperate need of your protection and healing power. And I think I can name all of the 7 marchers. He just starts throwing them out like Saint Dasher, Saint Dancer, Saint Prancer, Saint Vixen, and he's just like throwing them all out and hoping.
Make a knowledge religion check and see if you can remember their names.
Hey, that's a 19, and I got a +9. So
all right, Saint Bridget, Saint Charlotte, Saint Donna Kate, Saint Teresa, all of the. So you start shouting out the names, and Lachlan explodes with healing and energy, and somewhere Sister Fatherbear is angry about consent.
She feels like a man touched her.
Yes, she does. Well, wherever she is, her holy symbol flares with light, and she goes, "Uh-oh." like somebody's in trouble, and Lachlan grants everyone a healing surge.
Yes.
Including
And I'm weakened.
me?
So
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Bless you, child. You're not all stupid.
Oh my gosh. You're not quite stupid. You're just.
And that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Back up to the top. Lachlan, a powerful beating of wings comes over you as Navariel, the Archangel of Pride, beats his wings over you, and you are all filled with pride against the other. And Odelia, you charge or you harpoon attack Thora and move into square L11.
I'm still down. My healing surge isn't enough to bring me back to 0.
Okay, never mind. Something else happens
No,
to you.
but when you take healing when you're below 0, you start from 0. You don't have to work your way back up negative.
Oh.
So you'd start at 0 and add your surge.
So I would just be I'd be at 16.
You're still prone.
Yeah, so your surge.
You're still prone, but you're
okay. So Adelia, you move into square 11L and make a melee basic attack against Thora.
Well, that's just rude. 11L.
Yep.
Isn't. Can I share that space with Mickey?
Mickey moved up onto the Tormentor to blast you. Mickey is in square 10L now.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Let's see here. Roll low. That is a 16.
Okay. That is not going to be good enough to hit Lachlan, right?
Thora.
Thora. Okay. Thora, you are filled with rage and feelings of superiority, and you make a melee basic attack against Odelia.
20 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Unfortunately.
Jeez, rude.
Sorry.
Does the no?
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 on the damage.
Okay.
Yay.
So 4 points of damage is not bad. Okay. Anduriel, what is your do you have a ranged basic attack? You don't have Eldritch Blast, right?
No.
Okay. Anduriel, you really want to hit Lachlan, and you can't quite. Well, you can quite see him in the mashed up thing, but you can't. So you just kind of take your dagger at him, and you're like, "Oh, I would so get you if I could." And what?
If I could.
Lachlan, you, however, move over to the wreckage into square 15J, and you make a melee basic attack against Anduriel.
Lovely.
Back here.
That's a 24.
24.
You got me.
Okay, roll yourself some damage, friend.
At least you're not a vampire anymore. My the basic does radiant damage.
At least that.
At
Yeah.
least.
So 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
What are you down to now?
I've been worse.
Okay.
I'm at 17.
Okay. Alrighty, that
No, wait.
happened at the
27.
beginning.
27.
Thora, my friend, it is your turn.
Okay.
You're still pissed at Odelia, and you feel so much better at her, but you are able to set that aside.
Great. Great. Man, I'm just like dropping all of the dailies right now. Thora is going to turn back to Mickey and he's going to say, I'm sorry. And he's going to cast Wall of Thorns in a line diagonally up toward Mickey.
Okay. Just right across Mickey in a diagonal line?
Yeah.
Can you do that, Ryan, or do they have to be touching full face?
They're supposed to be contiguous, yeah. They have to be touching on a side.
So you could go Mickey, up Mickey, side, up side, up side. You can go back and forth.
Yeah, sure. We'll do
or
that.
you can make a thicket all around their, I mean, it's up to you. You just tell me what squares you want.
I will hit. You know what? Let's pop some rear tires as well.
Okay.
We'll hit Mickey, and then we'll move up, and then we'll hit the K8, and we'll continue that pattern of like 2 up, 1 over, 2 up, 1 over, 2 up, 1 over.
Okay. How many squares do you get?
8.
All right.
That's why this spell is broken.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. Okay. Alrighty. And that is Mr. Thor's turn. And now it is Mr. Anduriel's turn.
I'm just gonna stay in here.
Okay, Anduriel,
Rest.
Ashbeak lands on your shoulder and goes, "What are you doing in here? We gotta get out of here. Can you see him? Quit playing around in the machine."
All right, I'm gonna try to extricate myself from said machine.
Okay. Alrighty. In order to get out of his clencher contraption, you have to break free. You need to make an acrobatics, thievery, or athletics check.
Let's go acrobatics.
All right,
I'm
make a
feeling
check. Tell me what you
acrobatical.
get.
26.
All right, with your move action, Anduriel, you manage to slip out of the contraption. So you are now free, and you can move where you want or attack someone.
Can I see Navario?
You can. He is in the air above you.
I am going to try and attack him with Grasp of the Iron Tower.
That's a great plan.
After cursing him, of course.
Didn't you already try to use Grasp of the Iron Tower and miss?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I did not mark that off.
Would you like to curse him first?
I am going to curse him. I will not use Grasp of the Iron Tower. I will use Overwhelming Shadow. No, that's
Okay.
not a... I have to use Shadow Claws for the Warlock's curse to work. So I'm going to use Shadow Claws.
And you're going to attack him directly.
Yes.
All right, Anduriel, he interrupts your turn with Heavenly Rebuke and unleashes a wave of radiant light towards you. Anduriel, does a 26 hit
Yes,
your
it hits.
will?
It hits. Just go down the list. It hits it.
Okay, all right. Oop, that's a 1d10, sorry. Okay, well, that could be worse. 15, 22, 28,
Oh no.
32 points of radiant damage.
Okay, let's see here.
I'm starting to think this is like whenever you play a video game and you're going up against a boss and like you're supposed to lose against the boss, except I think we'll actually TPK if we go that route.
Well, I don't know, but he didn't directly attack any of you until you attacked him. All he did was influence you towards attacking one another. So, I mean, he could obviously take you out with one hit and hasn't done so. So clearly he has rules he has to follow.
He just did.
What are you down to, Ender?
We're in the negatives again.
Okay. All right.
Kobayashi Maru.
Okay, Kobayashi Maru. Well, it's ugly. There is the possibility that you might triumph, but it's slim.
Well, I'm dead. So that's my
What are you down to? We need to know the precise number that you're down to.
Oh, -8.
Okay, you're fine. You're just making death saves then. I mean, you're not fine. I mean, things suck. Okay, that is Anduriel's brash turn. Ashbeak freaks out and squawks and screeches and in a fit of rage launches himself at Navariel on his turn. And Ashbeak is going to make an attack. It won't be successful, but it will be amusing. So Ashbeak launches himself at Navariel. Navariel just beats his wing, and a gust of wind sends Ashbeak just kind of rolling in the air as he tries to make that attack. And now it would be the Kenku's turn. And let's see what he wants to do. He's really pissed at you, Lachlan, because burning and vulnerable and any number of things, he recharges his clencher contraption and he fires it at you. And I'm pretty sure a 32 hits all of your defenses.
Great, though.
Lachlan, my friend, you take 14. You take 20 points of damage, and you are restrained and bound to Anduriel.
A corpse.
Anduriel's corpse, excuse me. Lachlan, this clencher latches on to Anduriel, and it basically clamps down and ties both of you to him.
Oy.
So you have bleeding Anduriel's body on top of you right now. And he looks at you and goes, and that would be his turn. Now it is. Oh no. Well, at this moment, Miss Maggie decides to make an appearance.
Oh dear.
And Miss Maggie wakes up in a wall of thorns in her infernal war machine, tipping into a chasm. So Miss Maggie comes to and is like, ah! Like, as she is stumbling, and she's gonna have to make an athletics check, which she makes. She's obviously very good at that.
The after effect of that is that she's dazed until the end of my next turn.
Well, I could have told you she was dazed, whether it was on there or not. She's hanging off the side of her infernal war machine. And so that's her. However, Mickey does get a turn. Mickey is going to... Oh, this is going to hurt Mickey.
He takes ongoing 5 and 1d10 from the Wall of Thorns. So 11 plus the ongoing 5.
Okay. So he takes 16 points of damage just for existing. And Mickey is going to use Mickey's Rampage. And he can attack 2 creatures, and he is going for Thora and Odelia. Plus 17 versus your AC. Odelia, 34, and Thora, 36. Sorry, yep. I am a hammer today and tonight. It's his daily, if it makes you feel any better.
Does it, you guys?
So to the people who are watching, like, welcome to the last episode of the Sword Hunters.
Okay,
we're all gonna
signing
die.
off, everybody.
23 plus
we
9. You both take 33 points of damage, and you are knocked prone and stunned until the end of Mickey's next turn.
F word.
Knocked prone and stunned and dead.
Okay. Not dead. You're not dead until you're past your bloodied value in negative hit points. So you're only making death saves.
How?
So
The only reason Thor is still up is because he still has ongoing 5 healing every turn.
What?
So-
How much damage did you say?
33 points of damage. So Mickey launches himself at you and flies into a rage and just pounds on both of you, just beating on you left and right, and just knocks you into the ground and otherwise harms you in that way.
Got a quick shout out to Ted in the chat, who's like, yeah, this is pretty brutal.
Yeah, this is it's kind of... Odelia, you need to make your first death save.
I love you, Ted.
Big money, Odelia.
13.
Okay, Lachlan, that's she needs a what? A 15, right?
No, just a 10.
Just a 10. All right. So Odelia, you do not slip closer to death. Congratulations. So you're still stable. And that is Odelia's turn. It is Mickey's turn, or he took it. Lachlan, it's your turn, my friend.
So Anduriel's down.
Very much so.
Apparently, don't attack Navariel.
Well, no, you're welcome to attack him, but
Okay. Who's still in the vehicle? Just Thora
Anduriel
and
is
Anduriel?
still in the vehicle, and that's
Yes,
it. Everybody else is out.
Oh.
And you're very attached to Anduriel right now. I would like to remind you. You're feeling so close to him. In fact, you can accurately describe anything about him. The smell of his blood. Whether or not how much of a beer gut does he have that he's hiding under that? That
0.
He's
He's fabulous.
He's fab. Sorry.
And he's right fit.
Okay. I don't have a way to heal people.
Well, yeah, you do run out of powers. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Just escape. Go get help. Go get anybody.
From where?
Anywhere.
Lachlan, remember that you, at the risk of your health, can channel the divinity powers past your own divinity.
Yeah.
By the way, you already used your channel divinity, so we need to have you make an endurance check for using Sister Thought of Airs.
Yeah.
Please make an endurance check, Lachlan.
I'm good at that.
Go for it.
26.
That's fine. No negative effects so far.
Well, I'm tempted to go for Vana's just because we're about at that point, but
it would be the time to use Vana's power, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I think
you could also try a deal. You can tell at this point there's no way that you're going to win this battle, not unless there are some instant 20 rules.
No, and that's so Ryan wants to make the deal, but Lachlan has a wisdom
17.
of 10 and is a kid, so he's gonna go for Vana's wild magic.
All right, first of all, roll your endurance check, please.
18 plus 10, 28. I'm good.
All right. You do lose a healing surge. However, you are able to channel Vana's divinity, and your amulet flares with prismatic light. Roll on the thing, please.
You have it?
Do I have it? Yes, I can bring it up. You give me 1 second.
Guys, what do we do?
I'm playing dead. Maybe they'll go away.
Thora has a wisdom of 20, so he might have come up with the deal idea as well.
Wild magic table. Okay.
Plus, he's neutral, right? So he wouldn't be averse to.
Okay, roll that beautiful bean footage, Lachlan. 2 die 10, or 2 die 10 percentage.
Okay. Well, that's a 9.
A 9. That means you gain resist 5 to all damage until the end of the encounter. Woo! So what do you shout out as you...
He just yells out, "Come on, Vana, we need a miracle." we're really toast here, and my allies are dropping like flies. Help me out.
Okay, so your holy symbol flares with light and with prismatic light, and it explodes out, and then it turns dark, and then it implodes back in like a collapsing star. And as it's coming back, it's like no, like it's coming back at you, but then it wraps you in shadow, and you're covered in some kind of shadow armor. As Vana answers your prayer.
Well,
that is your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see it. I have yeah, that's the rest of it. He just kind of looks like a little bit despair.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Despair is a fair reaction at this point. So Lachlan, it's the beginning of the round, and you cannot help yourself but make a melee basic attack against Anduriel. Wait a minute, it's not your turn yet. Thora, it's your turn. You cannot help yourself but make an attack against Odelia. She's on the ground. So
she's already dead.
She's on the ground, but you just kind of want to step on her.
That's a 14.
Okay, a 14 is going to miss, even though she's not moving around. You can't penetrate her armor. So 14, you see Odelia on the floor, and you're like, whack! You just like hit her with your staff. And now Thora, it is your turn, my friend. And silence, heavy and painful, settles over the party.
Okay.
So half of us are dead.
Ish.
I rolled wheel or woe for a choice, and
Okay.
I got woe, so he is going to approach Navariel and kneel.
Ooh.
And then he's going to say, Navariel, oh great archangel, I wish to make a deal to save us.
Okay. Anduriel and Odelia, very shortly after he says this, you two are covered in a larva. Like it just crawls up to you like slime, and it seals you up like you're in some kind of a cocoon.
Great. This is not what I wanted.
And anyway, that happens it's almost instantaneous. It flows over you like water and then solidifies. And Navariel, you hear his voice, and he says in your mind, and Lachlan, you feel it too, and it is overwhelming and it is oppressive. He says to you, throw down your arms and genuflect your forehead to the floor, and I may tell Belle to go easy on you. Do you drop your forehead to the floor and genuflect? Do you drop your staff?
Thora?
Yeah.
Yes!
Okay. Thora, you submit,
Fine.
drop your head to the floor, and throw down your staff. And the same thing, except it's creepy as hell, literally. It starts crawling up your body, and at first, you feel like the one that has bugs crawling all over you. And then you see it coming up, and it is some kind of nasty looking larva, and it comes up, and then it seals over your head. And very shortly thereafter, you fall unconscious.
I'm just gonna...
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
I'm just gonna,
I'm just gonna take a break.
See you later, guys.
See ya. There's not...
We've lost John. We've lost him.
Rest in peace, John. We love you. That's not okay. And that is Thora's turn. The Kenku, Lachlan, they both ready in action and lift up cannons over their shoulders, pointed at you.
Boy.
and they just wait. And Mickey, he looks up and he is going to. He's looking at Mad Maggie. He waits for orders, and Mad Maggie tells Mickey to attack you, Lachlan. And so Mickey goes charging towards you through the fire and takes even more damage. And takes damage again from the Wall of Thorns.
Did we actually lose John? We just literally lost John.
I think we lost John. Internet, we lost John.
Yeah. Internet. He's like, screw this.
No, we lost internet. We lost John. What? Not we lost John. There's not, although bad timing. Okay, and and he's gonna have to double move to get to you, Lachlan, and that is Mickey's full turn. And now it is your turn.
Okay.
John has lost power, by the way. Like
he lost power.
Not just internet. John has lost power. Storm, although it really does dovetail well with his dramatic exit.
That is funny.
I'm sorry. He's sorry if he scared all of you. His power has just gone out. No, his power.
Like he turned the table over.
Yeah, flip the table.
Okay. I sheathe my sword and bow my head, and in my head I say, save us, Sindel.
Okay, just before the larva covers you up, Lachlan, you look over at the tormentor and you see lying across the tormentor in a position like this, with her leg up like that, wearing a silky kind of 7 veils that are barely covering a voluptuous coffee creamed skin. You see Saint Malkatia, and just before you get covered with a larva, she looks at you and she gives you a mischievous and flirty wink. And although you are slightly horrified, you do have just the smallest feeling of peace enter your heart, because whether she's intervening or not, she's there.
There'll be a witness.
And that's and that's where you'll end, unfortunately. And John was supposed to do consider this tonight, but their power is still out. So
there's a
Holy
metaphor in
moly.
there somewhere.
don't
Yeah,
worry,
geez
Plinketh.
Louise.
John is well over 30. He's an adult man, and he did not have a temper tantrum and leave. I promise.
Rage quit.
He did not rage quit. It's okay. He's messaging me right now. He wants all of you to relax. He's poor John. I would like everyone to tease him about this, however, when next time. Anyway, okay. John had our consider this, so we will end here. Does anybody have any depressing thoughts or anything that they would like to share about TPKs or surrendering to a superior force? Or
Stay tuned next time for the exciting conclusion of our horrible torture.
of your entire stream. Okay.
It's gonna start out with us covered in larva, so I don't know how it could go wrong.
Can't beat that.
You can't beat that. You can't. Alrighty. Well, we will finish up from there, and Jeffrey, you may roll the credits on this tragic tale where we don't even get to consider this to end the stream.
So appropriate.
There's no consider this just as the party is captured.
Oh, jeez.